Hello, welcome to CLEA'S World. I am Cleanne Chiarico, and today I would like to speak to you some more about New Earth. Not the New Earth that some people think is how it's going to look like, but the description I was given with all the factoids about it that I was given directly from the 25th dimension during a hypnosis session that I recently had done. And before you watch this video, though, make sure you watch my previous video, part 1, because it goes a lot into what we can expect on New Earth. But I have more information for you, so I wanted to share in this follow-up video. Before we move forward, though, I'd like to ask you to please like, share, and comment on this video. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel, because that really helps me make more videos. Thank you so much, and let's jump right in. So Carolyn, who's my practitioner, was asking the questions. And so here we are. She says, so on other games, such as the one that's on Earth, there is a light team and dark team. Will there be any of this on New Earth? Or will the consciousness be so complete that there is a set way to live, to exist? Me. Our consciousness will be all-encompassing. So we will have light and dark inside of us, and we will choose to experiment and test, to relive certain things. But it will be with a new understanding that we are playing with energy. We will be in control at all times. We'll not lose track again. We will live a long time in peace and light, but there will be darkness. But each one of us will be aware of it inside of themselves. And we will only play with it in order to study it. It will never take us over again. Carolyn. So in that ability to manipulate or use or learn from that darkness within, will there be other beings that will be involved in that, in the lesson, in the learning? Me. Could you repeat that question, please? Carolyn. We're able to experiment or utilize that duality within us, that light and dark. If we're learning from that darkness, will it require other beings to partake or be part of that learning, that experimenting with that darkness? Me. We all feel each other. There is no others. You will be playing with this darkness as if you're looking at a sphere in your hands. You will be studying it, and people will know that you're playing. There will be no judgment. People will know, people will feel it, and you might play with it for quite a long period of time. But everybody will know it's in the interest of knowledge of our energy. There will be no judgment. I wanted to make a comment here. I actually made a video about polarity, what polarity is going to look like. And I went into detail on New Earth and also explained the concept of this ball of energy that we'll be playing with and we'll be learning from. So make sure to check that out because I think it's going to add to the understanding of what she's referring to here, or they're referring to in the 25th dimension. Carolyn, we know polarity on Earth, and we see it in terms of Satanism, pedophilia, violence, and greed. How far will polarity exist or go on New Earth? Me. Polarity on New Earth is about testing how you would feel feeling a certain way, feeling angry or dark or upset or sad even, but you are not going to take action. You don't need to. You will know immediately what things feel like. This was also our purpose here on this planet, to feel how certain emotions would feel. We had to pretend to do things to cause those emotions. And that's why we had to forget that we're all one, or we would feel each other and it wouldn't be fun anymore. Carolyn. And then we really wouldn't do those things that would harm others or harm ourselves, because we would know that would cause harm. Me. Well, they wouldn't matter anymore. We would already know how it feels. Carolyn, yes. Will there be laws on New Earth that we must follow? Me. There are no laws. We will know the rules of the universe. We will be at one with the energy of all. Carolyn, And there will be no need for punishment because we will know as one. You know, we live in the world of consequences on earth. Me. We will feel and rebalance immediately. Everything is instantaneous on New Earth. Carolyn. And then we create the balance immediately. Me. It will be balanced. Carolyn. So those unforgotten laws of the universe, will those come to us? Will they be important to us at that time? Me. We will sense them. We will be able to pick up on what other planets have created, but there will be civilizations that will bring the knowledge to us, to tell us the rules of the game out in the universe. And we will oblige them, even though we are now playing with our own rules. Carolyn. Because we are in essence part of a whole, but we will be able to keep our own sovereignty. We'll be able to protect our own home and keep it more pure per se. Me. We are going to be unique. They're going to be very curious about us. They're going to also be scared in some ways. If someone, they're going to want for us to follow these rules, to make sure that we are doing what they want to see happen, because they're also in the game. But we will understand that it doesn't matter. Nothing really matters. We will be very close to the consciousness that we have in the 25th dimension. And here I made a note that I like to tell you about. I wrote, it's interesting because it seems that consciousness does not directly correlate to dimension. On a 7th dimensional planet, which is what New Earth is going to be, it is not, we hear a lot that it's going to be 5D. New Earth is not a 5D planet, it's a 7D planet. On a 7th dimensional planet like New Earth, our consciousness, which we can refer to as awareness, will be closer to that of the 25th dimension than the consciousness of civilizations in higher dimensional planets. Here on this planet, we tend to believe in hierarchies, and that something like 9D, for example, is superior to 7D, which is superior to 5D and 3D. However, in reality, it's a matter of wanting to experience something specific. And once we've had that experience, we may move on to something much more spiritual, even when our bodies have not necessarily adjusted to the higher frequency that matches the level of consciousness. The truth is that even though New Earth will be in 7D, it will support any type of frequency from 4 up, and we will upgrade very quickly because we're all rebalancing and integrating for each other. And that's why, and I will make a separate video about this and about the 3 groups and where everybody's going. That's why they told me that for people that are going to New Earth, even though it's a 7D planet, you can go there as long as you are above 3D. And they repeated a little bit of that in this particular passage. But that's because once they get to 7D, to New Earth, they will be brought up to par very quickly because the energy will recalibrate very, very quickly, which is very different from what we experience on this planet, for the simple reason that when you have to deal with matter, everything is very, very slow. And there is a reason for this. And if you've seen my previous videos, you will remember this, that we wanted, when we set this game up on this planet, we wanted things to be slow so we could see what things look like with our own eyes. And of course, now we want everything to happen yesterday and to accelerate, but this wasn't always our desire. And that's why we live in a world where manifestation is so slow as opposed to New Earth, where manifestation is going to be instantaneous. I wanted to throw that in there because I think it kind of explains a lot of what misconceptions there are about New Earth. Carolyn. So this is where, this is part of the, again, part of the messages from the 25th, Carolyn. So is there any possibility of outside influence wanting to come and manipulate or change New Earth? Me. Yes, there will be civilizations that are scared and they will try to control us in some way, but we don't have to worry. We will never be able to be manipulated again. We will never be able, no one will be able to tell us what to do. We will act as a collective feeling. And in this collective feeling, everything will be balanced. I think this is just beautiful. Carolyn, amazing. All right. Will we remember our past lives and who our essences were? We will no longer have amnesia? Me, we will. Meaning we will remember our past lives. So we will no longer have amnesia. Carolyn, we will remember all? Me, we will remember all. Carolyn, and with that said, then we will be keen to other planets. They will come visit us. They'll come see us. We'll have that ability as well. We'll be able to go visit other planets. Me, you could, but not all planets will be open to your visit. There's a lot of cleaning up to do. Humans have a reputation. Not all planets will be open to you visiting. Carolyn, so even though New Earth will be in 7D, we will still have a human structure. It will look different, yes? Me, we will still be humans that had experience on Earth. And because of this, we have work to do in terms of letting others know who we are and who we've become. They don't know. They look at us like we're a basket case, but they have no idea. They think that we are powerful, but they have no idea how powerful we actually are. This is also the reason they are being careful with the people going to their planets and keeping them isolated. They're speaking here about a different group of people who is going to go to their planets. And again, I will make a separate video about this because there's a lot of information around the different groups of humans and what we're going to do. So again, this is also the reason they're being careful with the people going to their planets and keeping them isolated, not isolated in a bad way, just isolated from the others. One is for comfort, for our own comfort, because we cannot handle the change. A lot of us cannot handle the change in frequency, but it's also because they really don't know how quickly we can absorb light, and they're afraid that we're going to become very powerful when we cannot handle it. We could cause some damage. Carolyn, that's a very interesting concept that even though we're moving into another planet and we see ourselves as maybe not as powerful as them, but they actually view us as powerful. That's a very interesting view for us. Me, Earth has had a very unique experience, has been a breeding ground for new ideas. Other planets have watched it because they also wanted twists in the game. And while there have been a lot of negative twists here, in New Earth, there will be nothing to hold us back anymore. And we are going to become the all-knowing beings that we were supposed to be. We have, even within the game, absorbed knowledge from many different civilizations, which is something that other civilizations don't have. And this is why they're so interested in this experiment. Carolyn, so why is that so particular to humans, that ability to absorb all of this extraneous extra knowledge? Me, because many civilizations came here and tried to make it work, and it didn't work. And somehow we hit on the stride with this particular combination of many civilizations, and it's a unique, it's like a painting. When you mix a bunch of colors and you really don't know what you're going to get, and all of a sudden we mix all these things and we came up with something that has the potential to be extremely powerful. Carolyn, wow. So on New Earth, will we be part of the Galactic Federation? Me. The Galactic Federation is it's almost like a 3D concept. It's a concept that is a thing we do. It's like a rule in the game, something to entertain us. We can be, we don't have to be. So that's part of the game. We can go and let other planets know who we truly are, but we don't even have to move. Everyone will feel us. We are going to be so powerful. It's going to be like a place of limitless potential. Carolyn. So with that potential, part of that is to be able to teleport. Will that allow us to be able to travel through the multiverse? And will we want to? Me. Some of us will travel because we want others to see and to know, and we want to know others. But many of us will not travel because there is no reason to. We know everything. We have access to everything. And we can get manifesting and bring to our attention, to our consciousness, just by focusing anything, all the knowledge in the universe we can bring to our attention. There will be many traveling to New Earth to speak with us, to ask for guidance, even from dimensions above our own. There will be some of us who will become so adept at managing our energy that our energy will be felt everywhere. Carolyn, so does everyone in the higher dimensions know that this is a game we're playing to distract ourselves? Me. They know some of it, but they don't all know. Many of them still want to believe in the game. The illusion is what they're referring to. They know source, but they still don't understand all the ins and outs of the game. They don't understand some of the mysteries, and this is why they will be scared, because we'll seem to know. And they won't be able to understand how come we know when we've been so subdued and so lost for so long. And here I'd like to make another comment, which is we've always tend to believe on this planet that we are the lowest of the low, that we are completely worthless. And I understand this has been part of the separation game, and it's also helped the dark manipulate us. This was definitely one of the dark teams that invented this extreme concept of separation, even though separation is the name of the game that we've been playing on this planet just from the start, from the get-go. This was the goal. But it's interesting that now, as we move to New Earth, again, to a 7D planet, all of a sudden, we can be a source of inspiration and knowledge for other people who might live in civilizations that have higher awareness, higher consciousness than ours. So it's funny to me how our lack of self-worth follows us, even when we talk about spiritual matters and we still think we are completely worthless. Then again, it should be obvious to us we're multidimensional beings. So we can be whoever we want. Just because we play this particular game here on this planet, it does not make us worthless, period. So let's go back to the 25th. Carolyn, so until we reach the 25th dimension, we're still at times unaware that the veil is still there so we can play the game? Me. There are many civilizations, even at higher levels, that are not aware they're playing a game. They know that they can manifest things. They know they can create things. Many times they have to create things by actions. They still don't control energy completely, and they improve like we improve with technology. They do the same. They focus on technology as opposed to focusing on knowing their own energy. There are civilizations that are very advanced, and they're mostly energy. Carolyn, they're mostly energy? Me, yes, they don't even have bodies. Carolyn, how are beings? They will be perfect. Is there such a thing? Me, perfection is knowledge. We will keep studying who we are, what we are doing. We are so fascinated by our separation, if that's what you want to call it, from the 25th. We are so excited about being separated and feeling ourselves and feeling our bodies, but we are mostly fascinated and intrigued and want to know what we can do with all of these new abilities that we have. It's going to take us a long time to even want to focus on anything else. We are going to be mostly engrossed by the things we can do with our thought. Carolyn, but the experience will be amazing. Me, you have no idea. All right, I'm going to wrap this up and post it as soon as possible because I'm excited for you guys to get this information. And then I'm going to make more videos about the information that came through, because there is so much more. And I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. I'm still wrapping my mind around a lot of this stuff, but I think it's going to be super, super exciting and good for us. I think we deserve it. We've gone through a lot to get to this point. All right, take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.